Hi, my name is Paul Wilson. I'm the creator of Swing Machine Golf and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I'm going to talk about your putting stroke. In the last two tips, I talked about the grip and the setup. Now it's time to learn how to become an exceptional putter. So as far as putting is concerned, what I want you to do to become a great putter is to become target oriented. So what does that mean? Well, it's pretty easy to understand. So think about this for a second. Let's say this is your trusty old putter. You've been using this putter for years. Now, all of a sudden, you can't putt very well with it. So what do you do? Well, I'll tell you, most people would go buy a new putter. So all of a sudden, they can putt again. It's pretty miraculous, actually, that as soon as they get a new putter in their hand, they're just making everything for about 3 weeks. Then, that putter doesn't seem to want to work anymore. So what do? They go back to their old putter. All of a sudden, trusty old putter works again. Well, it must have just needed a rest or something because now it works. So all we have to do is understand, why would you become a good putter every time you changed putters? If we can understand that, then you would become a good putter all of the time. Well, I'm going to tell you why you become a good putter when you change putters. That's because as soon as you put a new object in your hand, you're thinking more about the object than you are about your stroke. So what I mean is, if I was hitting this, or if I changed to this new putter and I'm hitting a putt, I'm thinking about the grip on the putter. Oh wow, this grip feels different than my other putter. Oh, this new putter is heavier than my other putter. Oh, it's shinier than my other putter. Not once did I think about my stroke. So after 3 weeks or so, this object starts to feel comfortable. So I've got nothing to think of but my stroke. So as soon as I start thinking about my stroke, I become a bad putter. I switch back to my old putter, it feels different. So now I'm not thinking about the stroke. I'm thinking about the grip. I'm thinking about how heavy it is, all these different things. So like I say, all we have to do is clear your mind, take the thought off of the stroke, and then you're going to become a great putter. So I was saying that the concept is to become target oriented. So what that means is, as far as putting is concerned, we're thinking about the target. Now, there's a natural move we do in life that gets us to basically be target oriented all the time. And all that is a throwing motion. So if I was to pick up these balls like this and throw them towards that target, if we look from this angle here, okay, I'm going to take this ball and just throw it towards the target. And you can see that if I do that, I'm pretty close to the hole all the time. Well, in a putt, there's only two parts to a putt: the distance and the direction. So if you make a throwing motion pretty much on target every single time, you've actually fixed one of the two parts to a putt. So all you need to be thinking is, how far do I have to throw the object? Okay, so now what we're going to do, like I said, we're just going to hit a few putts just with our right hand on the golf club. So here we go. I've got my thumb straight down the flat surface of the grip. And for this hole here, it breaks a little bit right to left. So the point I'm going to be thinking about throwing this ball to is a point a little bit to the right of the hole. Okay, so from right here, I just throw the ball to that side of the hole. Okay, so that was pretty good right there. Okay, another good one. So you can see that if I'm making this motion towards the target, the putter is actually swinging towards the target. That's what's going to make us have a consistent stroke. So don't be all tied up in knots here about, am I taking it perfectly straight back and perfectly straight through, or in here and exactly down the line. Like, if you're thinking like that, you are just going to be frozen over top of the ball if you don't make that exact stroke. So it really doesn't matter that much about the stroke. It matters if on the way through the putter is going towards the target. So let me grab these again and we'll hit a few real putts. Okay, so from here, same thing. I'm just going to put my other hand on the golf club. I'm really not even conscious of it. I'm not even thinking about it at all. So this hand's on with the thumb straight down and this one's straight down. So from here, I then just get that throwing motion towards the target. Okay, so I'm thinking about this hand right here, and I just throw the ball towards the target. That's pretty good. Okay, so just thinking really about that hand and being very target oriented. So there you go. I just sunk 3 in a row from about 15 feet. All I was thinking of there was I imagined I had a ball in this hand and I made a throwing motion towards the target. I wasn't even conscious of the putter head. I wasn't focused on this blade and trying to make this perfect stroke. All I was thinking was I'm going to make that throwing motion towards the target. So putting really is simple. If you understand it, all you have to do is become target oriented. If you can do that, you're going to become a great putter. Okay, so hopefully you get it. Just feel free to ask your questions, post your comments below. I'll try to get to as many as I can.